The Citizens United Against Terrorism has commended security agencies for the arrest of alleged gunrunner and cross-border criminal Bashir Hadejia and called for the prosecution of his collaborators, including highly placed individuals in government. At a press conference in Abuja, CUAT Convener Dr. Emmanuel Agabi praised the National Security Advisor Mallam Nuhu Ribadu and security agencies for arresting Hadeija and other masterminds of the recent protests in the country. The group demanded a thorough investigation of Hadeija's accomplices, including those in government, and called for their prosecution. CUAT also appealed to President Bola Tinubu to release any cabinet member and appointees named as accomplices by Hadeija.
Considering the stature of the people Hadeija is known to be connected to, the Citizens United Against Terrorism applauds the National Security Advisor, Mallam Nuhu Ribadu, our intelligence network, and security agencies for arresting the masterminds of the recent protests in the country, including Bashir Hadejia. We are, however, calling for a thorough investigation of all of Hadeija's accomplices, no matter how highly placed they are. Our demand for a detailed investigation is informed by several reasons. First, Hadeija was reportedly caught with such mind-boggling cache of gold, which bore the stamp of the Central Bank of Libya. However, we have cause to suspect that the Libyan connection is a smokescreen to hide the fact this is the gold mined from communities that bandits have wiped out in northwest Nigeria, like in Sokoto, Kebbi, Gusau axis, which has been rendered into a wasteland. The arms that Hadeija allegedly ran across border have played key roles in destabilizing the northwest of the country and spreading to all other parts of the country. It created a situation where terrorists, bandits are better armed than the state actors. Authorities must look beyond the bandits whom Hadeija armed to also find out what logistic support he might have provided to Boko Haram terrorists.
The group expressed concern that Hadeija's connections to highly placed individuals in government could lead to protection and interference in the investigation. They emphasized that no one should be above the law and that all those involved in the subversive activities against Nigeria must face justice. CUAT also raised questions about Hadeija's alleged manipulation of public opinion through media practitioners and online publishers and called for an investigation into his financial and communication interactions with known faces in the protest. The group warned that failure to thoroughly investigate and prosecute Hadeija's accomplices could lead to a repeat of the Boko Haram scenario, where followers of Yusuf Mohammed were allowed to escape and rebuild.
Hadeija's plot to destabilize Nigeria is so thorough that the country is today a borderline failed state. The true scale of the war that he waged against Nigeria is better appreciated upon the realization that the weapons he supplied the bandits who made it impossible for people to farm, which has set the nation on a path of famine that could well send us into a tailspin. With the benefit of the information that is now available, we now understand that the funds Hadeija released to the organizers of the End Bad Governance protest in Nigeria were the reasons they refused to listen to appeals from the federal government not to embark on the action. Law enforcement agencies should review Hadeija's financial and communications interactions with known faces in those protests to make them account for participating in destabilizing Nigeria.